August was a fairly quiet month for historical TV shows and historical movies, but there were 4 interesting pieces of information and news that I wanted to share with everyone, as we have had some updates on a couple of upcoming historical movies and historical TV shows that have got me really excited for what the historical world has planned for the next couple of months. But if you want a more in-depth look at everything discussed in this video, then subscribe to my free monthly newsletter, which covers all the stories in this video in much greater detail and much more. So the first story I wanted to discuss was the fact that Russell Crowe has weighed in on the upcoming Gladiator sequel coming out later this year. And aside from mentioning the fact that he is slightly jealous that he is not involved in the project, since it is a film that holds a special place in his heart even to this day. However, worryingly, Russell Crowe also mentioned that he's uncomfortable Gladiator 2 is taking, stating that, but a couple of things I've heard, I'm like, no, that's not in the moral journey of that particular character. So as is evident from this interview, Russell Crowe is not optimistic about Gladiator 2 based on some insider information or rumors he has heard, and it seems this apprehension is specifically in regards to character development or the plot itself. In my opinion, this just highlights the fact that Gladiator did not need a sequel, and it seems like this film will most likely not be anywhere near as well received by audiences as the original film, and it may not end up being the historical epic that Ridley Scott needs to revive his reputation and his career. But nonetheless, I'm still keeping an open mind about Gladiator 2, and I'm still excited to see it later on this year when it gets released to cinemas. But let me know in the comments down below if Russell Crowe's apprehension about Gladiator 2 seems appropriate or misinformed to you. Also, August has unfortunately seen the cancellation of the newly released historical drama My Lady Jane, which was an Amazon Prime exclusive historical comedy that got released earlier this summer. The premise of My Lady Jane is an alternative universe in which Lady Jane Grey unexpectedly finds herself made queen overnight, and the political intrigue and assassination attempts she has to contend with during her reign. My Lady Jane was a series that was very well received by audiences and critics alike, with a 94% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and a 7.4 IMDb rating, which makes its cancellation very disappointing, as the series definitely had a lot of potential. But My Lady Jane just did not have the number of viewers necessary to justify a second season of the series, as it failed to even crack the top 10 of Nielsen Original Series Tracker. However, fans of the series have not taken to this cancellation lightly, and there's an online petition that has been started to get My Lady Jane renewed for a second season. And I'll leave a link to it in the description below if that is something you think you would like to participate in, and if you want to sign the petition as well. Also, this month Netflix has released the first trailer for the upcoming historical Netflix original film The Piano Lesson, which will be getting released exclusively to the streaming platform on September 10, 2024. The Piano Lesson is a historical movie set in the aftermath of the Great Depression, in which a black family known as the Charles must decide what they should do with the precious family heirloom, a piano which has engravings and etches on it by enslaved ancestors of the family. This movie will star Samuel L. Jackson and John David Washington in the lead roles for this film, and I for one think this movie about family history and family legacy looks really interesting, and this initial trailer has really hyped me up for this upcoming historical drama. I can't wait to watch it when it gets released to Netflix next month, and I hope you will watch it as well, as it really does look unique and very interesting. The last story I wanted to share for the month of August was some updates on FX's next historical TV series, Say Nothing, which will be getting released in November of this year. The basic premise of this series is that it will follow a group of individuals residing in Belfast during the 1970s, 80s and 90s, and their experiences during the time period referred to as the Troubles. The Troubles was a time of great civil unrest and violence which lasted from the 1960s to 1998 in Northern Ireland, and we will witness the impact of this decades-long war in Say Nothing. I have really high expectations for FX's latest historical drama, as their previous historical TV show Shogun was an absolute masterpiece and one of my most favorite historical TV shows ever created. This 9-episode miniseries will be getting released to Disney Plus and Hulu on November 14th, and I can't wait to watch Say Nothing in just a couple of months' time. So those are all the stories I wanted to share with you for the month of August. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any other news or information I may have missed out for the month of August from the historical world. And as always, don't forget, if you want to stay up to date with everything to do with historical movies and historical TV shows, then subscribe to my channel History Spark, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.